Live from Studio B and KPRC2. Houston Life starts now.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Houston Life on this Tuesday, May 10th. I'm Courtney Savala.
May 10th already. I cannot believe it. Hi, everyone. I'm Derek Shore. Glad to have you with us.
That is right. Connor is on countdown graduation mode. 10 days.
Also, can't believe that.
Can't believe it
What a
either.
trip.
We need a separate show for that. Coming up today on the show, a time saver for busy weeknights. We've got make-ahead family meals that you can whip up with some pantry items. And let me tell you, you're not skimping on taste either. All these meals delicious.
Ooh, that looks really good. Also, remember that famous scene from the movie Ghost?
Uh-oh, are we
Of course you
recreating
do.
it?
Well, not really. We're going to do it, not with pottery, though, woodworking, and this is all for such a great cause, Courtney.
I feel like it's a scene. Here we go. Plus,
Yeah.
the Texans joining us in studio, how you and your family can meet the players, the cheerleaders, and their mascot, Toro. There he is. And I'll give back to our community as well. It's a really great event.
Yeah, you'll want to mark your calendars for that. And Lauren Kelly is chatting with one of the stars of Slow Horses. Lauren, we hear the show is addicting.
It is so great, you guys. And Slow Horses is one of the most addictive shows that's streaming right now. I'm chatting about the series with Christopher Chung, one of the stars of the new spy drama. But for now, back to you, Derek and Courtney.
Okay, Lauren, thanks for that. Before we get into all of that, how about a check of today's forecast?
Oh, yeah. Let me think. It's going to be hot. Right, Frank?
You're a psychic.
I deputize you right now.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. Okay, look, stay tuned. I'm going to show you something really sweet, so don't go anywhere. First of all, this is not sweet. This is hot. There's not even a cloud to hide under. Maybe one, and that is it. Temperatures in the 90s, 90, 91, 88 in Houston, 89, 87 Galveston, but it certainly feels like 90s everywhere, from the mid-90s to the upper 90s in Brenham at 99 right now. 95 for Houston and Conroe, the winds right out of the southeast. 15, 9, 14 miles an hour. So what we need is a nice breeze, and I have one for you. The newest member of the Billingsley-Gilliard household.
Word.
He arrived today.
Oh, my word.
You know, we had
Forget
Rock.
the weather. Can we just talk about the dog?
Yeah. You know, we had Rock and Hudson, and then Hudson and River and Ocean, and now we have Ocean and Breeze.
Oh, so sweet.
Wait, so Frank, how is he getting along with little Ocean?
Well, they're right now very careful with each other. But you know,
Great
that's why
use of words.
The older dog is always a little, you know, like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
And the younger dog is always, am I going to be eaten by this dog? What's going on? So they eventually become brothers, and they'll be fine. I'm not worried about that at all. But it'll take a week, and then they'll be great.
It's going to be great. Frank, I know you're going to be on TV in the 4 o'clock hour. I'm going to be at your house playing with a new puppy. So.
Okay, he's already asleep on Kevin's stomach, so go wake
Oh,
him
my
up.
gosh. Listen, there's
can't wait.
nothing better than a smell of a puppy.
I know, right?
Puppy
breath.
fur? Love
Okay,
it.
Frank, more on that in just a while.
Okay.
So we did something the other day, Courtney, that I've been looking forward to for a while. I know maybe it's a simple thing, but we drove eastbound on Memorial Drive. You know what that means?
Yes, I do.
We went through the tunnel. And this was on Mother's Day with Brandon's mom after we went to Raging Cajun. Well, today, big news, the westbound lanes of the tunnel, they're open, people.
Oh, my gosh.
Yes, this is all part of the Land Bridge and Prairie Project, which is scheduled to be completed next year. We're seeing some video from it right now. And can
So
you believe,
cool.
so this is actually going to restore 45 acres of like native prairie land.
Yeah.
And you can see how the bridges, they're going to connect the north and the south sides of the park so that both people and wildlife can cross over the roadway safely.
Is so fantastic. And I remember the drought of, was it 2007
I wasn't
or 11?
here, but I heard about this.
Yeah, massive for Memorial Park, but lovely to see. And, you know, on that zoom, that very tight picture, it almost looked, was that Arizona? It almost didn't look like it was Houston.
Well, right, because it hasn't, the landscaping is not complete.
Right.
Of course, like the trees, they will all be planted. Again, it's supposed to be finished by the end of this year. I can't wait to get on top of those hills to see the view, not only of Memorial Park, but downtown. You know that's going to be like wedding photo central.
Oh, for sure. Senior graduations, all the
of
things.
it. And by the way, in the tunnels, I know everyone wants to take photos and video. They are super cool. Don't stop in the tunnel. Please don't do that.
Yeah.
No pedestrians, no cyclists. Those are not allowed as well. So be safe, but go and check it out. Drive it.
I need to go and do this. I haven't been through there just yet, but need to do it.
You won't believe it. It's like a totally different world. So it's going to continue to evolve.
I love that, and great aerials of this project as well. Okay, so a very big announcement for our friends over at the Houston Ballet. We love them. You know, last night in a surprise announcement, the Houston Ballet received a $10 million donation, and they announced this last night. It was bestowed by longtime ballet patron. You're looking at her here in these photos here in this lovely blue dress, Margaret Alcock Williams. This philanthropic commitment will be directed to the Houston Ballet Endowment and also provide unrestricted support to maintain the ballet's home and to ensure Houston Ballet's mission to inspire a lasting love of dance and flourish in our community. In honor of Margaret, that is what is going to be, her name will be on that building now, right there on Preston, the current home of Houston Ballet. So it's really fantastic, and what an unbelievable gift to the Houston Ballet as well. And of course, Staten Welch, he was quoted last night in saying that called Margaret a prima philanthropist last night, playing on the words of prima ballerina. And he's, of course, the artistic director for the Houston Ballet. What an incredible gift. As we know, the arts programs in schools and around the country are hurting along with others. And so this endowment, $10 million, really incredible.
And these gifts they really are the lifeblood of these organizations, because people oftentimes, they think ticket sales, that's enough to prop up an organization, and it barely scratches the surface. So we have a world-class ballet right here in Houston because of people like Margaret. So that's fantastic.
Absolutely. Great announcement.
$10 million. Wow. Well, I have some weird news for you.
Oh.
So, you know, our friends down in Port Arthur, their police department, they posted this interesting video on their Facebook page.
Okay.
So it turns out, I'm not sure when this happened, maybe in the middle of the night, you can see a person is right there with
a gas can?
lawnmower and a gas can. So he stole someone's lawnmower, but not before gassing up the mower and mowing the homeowner's lawn.
Before he took it away.
Before he took it away, yeah. He mowed their lawn.
It's like a service.
So essentially, someone called the police department in Port Arthur to report that there was an unknown person mowing their lawn. By the way, this happened last month. It happened on my birthday on April 1st, April Fool's Day. What? So I was thinking maybe this was a prank.
Maybe.
They never returned the lawnmower, though. So anyway, how kind of him to do that. You can see him right there mowing that person's lawn.
It's kind and odd and wrong at the same time.
I know. Stealing is never okay.
No. Okay, sticking with your weird news. Look, listen, high-end designer Balenciaga, they're at it again.
Okay.
We've heard about them. This design house has another talker. You know, they came on their last crazy shoe that they were selling were like high-heeled croc-looking shoes. Now they're selling this. It's a completely destroyed, distressed sneaker.
I already have one of those in my closet at home.
From 81, right?
1981?
Yeah.
That was a good year.
It was a good year. Well, this sneaker is going to cost you $1,850. It's the Paris sneaker. And the tagline here is the reason why Balenciaga is saying this is such a big thing because, quote, these are meant to be worn for a lifetime.
Is that how their spokesperson sounds?
It does. They have a cheaper version without the distress for $700.
But why are people buying dirty
know.
shoes?
I don't know.
We can make them dirty. There are several other brands I can think of right now. I'm not going to name any names, but people pay more to buy dirty shoes. It's like paying more for ripped jeans. Why would you pay?
We do.
But why? Why do we do this?
I know. You know what? And my thing that's a whole nother show. I don't buy expensive jeans because I have to alter everything because I'm so short. You know, and everybody pays for like the rough edge. I just cut mine and take the pliers to it.
The pliers?
Yeah, you rip the bottom of them.
That's your secret?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I'm going to do it and start charging people.
You should.
What am I doing? I'm selling my secrets.
I'll drive over your old Converse sneakers and sell those.
Listen, we can sell those for at least $900. I mean, we got $700 not distressed, $1,850. I'll meet you in the middle.
I think it's dumb.
Right? Don't do
it's pretty
that.
dumb. Don't
Lauren,
do
are you
that.
buying
Don't buy that.
Please
sneakers?
let me be a part of this. I really, really need the money, Courtney. Please, I have some items we
wedding
can
to pay
donate.
for.
I have a lot of things I can donate, but we want to hear from you guys. From old concert T-shirts to busted shoes, what is something that you won't stop wearing or using, even though it's worn down pretty good? We've already got some great comments coming in. Let's start with Rachel. She says some PJ pants I absolutely refuse to toss. No pictures, please. Oh, I have a lot of those too, Rachel. Kendra writes in a Spuds McKenzie Budweiser night shirt. Yes! I gave birth to 2 sons in it who are now 32 and 27
Oh, my word.
years old. Wow. Michelle writes in a leather bomber jacket I had since 1989. Michelle, don't get rid of that.
Yeah,
I think that is a key. You should always hold on to that one.
89
That
is
sounds
fine.
Amazing. Yeah, I hope it's red and sparkly and looks like Michael Jackson's. All right, you guys head over to the Houston Life Facebook page and join the conversation. We will share more of your comments a little bit later on. But Derek and Courtney, you got some stuff that you're hanging on to?
You know, I don't hang on to a lot of stuff like that, but I will tell you that the hardest thing I have, and because it's so comfortable, but I need to get rid of it, a pillow. Like your bed pillow, you know, that you sleep on.
Yes.
Like you're supposed to get rid of them.
Oh, yeah, dust mites.
Yeah,
all kinds
awful.
of things grow
I've
in them.
never been able to replace my one that I left, we parted with.
It's like sleeping on a
Do you know how many
piece of
pillows I
cardboard.
have in my house? Because I can't
You should
find
probably clean it or like.
I threw it
steam-
away.
You did?
Because
Okay.
I know.
Okay.
Again, I need a therapy session for the pillow.
And I'm itching and could use a shower after
I don't
that
have
story.
that pillow.
Yeah, it still.
I
freaks
don't
me
have
out.
it.
Hey, I had my favorite pair of boots, Lauren. Was,
Okay.
I got them from a thrift store. They were $15. I wore them for years, and they finally, my cobbler, GM Shoe Care on Bel Air, they're the
Yeah,
best in the
they're
city.
so
Love
good.
them. They couldn't fix them. They can fix anything. They couldn't
Not
fix my
those.
old boots. They were falling apart. So.
Did you bronze them? You could bronze them and put them on your desk.
That's so old
You'll have
school.
them forever.
Full of helpful suggestions.
Derek, what are these pair of bronze shoes on your desk?
You know
These are
Brandon's
my
gonna love
boots.
that.
I
It's a
know.
paperweight.
It is.
No,
Or you could
it's
take
not
them around
happening.
with you, put them in the carpool, you know, in the
Hang 'em
car
from your
next to
dash.
you. Make a bust out of your shoes.
Thank you, Lauren. We're gonna move on now.
Sure.
I guess they would be a cool pencil holder.
It would.
Or like an umbrella stand by the front door.
What about for a hairdryer?
What happens when you stub your toe on that thing?
Well, listen, then you have a problem.
Do you know, speaking of throwing things away, Courtney, I've never told this story on the air. I've never even confronted you about it.
Did I throw something away?
You aggressively throw things away. So, like, if Courtney's done with her lunch, she can't just, like, place it in the
I
trash.
don't.
She throws it down. It startles me every day. Anyway, let's move on with our program. Have you ever noticed?
I'm going to work on that
Have you
tomorrow.
ever noticed you do that?
No, I will work on
It
it.
startles me every day. Done with my salad. Every day.
Okay.
Do you want me to
I'll
read
work on
that?
tomorrow?
Okay, still to come on Houston Life. We're chatting all about the new series Slow Horses when actor Christopher Chung stars alongside Gary Oldman and Kristen Scott Thomas. It is a darkly funny drama. Courtney?
Nothing. I know. And
Okay.
a famous name from the Texans is here. We're learning more about an event where you can meet the players, the coaches, even Toro, all while giving back. Houston Life will be right back after this.
Welcome back to Houston Life. It is time now for our H-Town Sit Down.
Yeah, let's meet today's guest.
Hannah Mcnear is a fan of football and a fan of helping the community. She is the vice president of the Houston Texans Foundation. And since 2002, that foundation has raised more than $40 million through annual fundraising events and campaigns. This week, the foundation raised an additional $400,000 through a golf tournament. Let's bring out Hannah Mcnear, who's today's H-Town Sit-Down guest.
Come on out, Hannah. It's great to see you. Welcome. So it's great to see you.
Finally back on Houston Life since the mall days. Hi, it's so nice to see you, Hannah. It was great to chat up a bit before the show. Your baby's not such a baby anymore.
Oh, no.
You are so busy, and this weekend marks the 10th annual event where people come out to support the community and also, you know, fangirl with the Texans.
Yes, well, it's players, coaches, staff, fans. We have so many people. It's the one day a year where everybody comes, our cheerleaders, which is my daughter's favorite, and we all get to really work. I mean, it's not a day to just do photo ops. We really get out there and help the community, and it's one of my favorite events.
I think that's what's so great about the Texans Foundation is that, you know, you're a busy mom too. I mean, we were talking in the green room, busy people get it done, but this is really something that we can kind of reach down, show our children, show how important it is to keep this revolving door of community service still going in our backyard.
Yes, and we bring our kids too. Now, some of them do have baseball this weekend, as we talked about, but we do bring them on from time to time to many events where we can help in the community because we're trying to be champions for youth. And when you're showing your youth how you can impact the youth and that affects generations, it means a lot.
And the Texans Foundation Champions for Youth cornerstone is something that is truly evident at this event. Talk about some of the community partners because there are volunteer opportunities to help so many really fantastic organizations here in Houston.
So as you know, Houston Food Bank is one of the largest food banks in the nation, and we partner with them. We partner with the Texans YMCA and the Boys and Girls Club.
And y'all make it so easy this weekend. We're going to have the event details, but basically you just sign up and you show up and you just roll up your sleeves.
That's it. That's it. And we're right there next to you. We're all doing it together.
And let's talk about age requirements, because I know some organizations require attendees to be at least 6 years old, like the food bank. Others are 16 plus. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. So check the website before you go down. What about other events throughout the year? How can people get involved with the Texans Foundation, rather?
So with the food bank, the YMCA, and the Boys and Girls Club, we really encourage you to reach out to those organizations and see how you can help. And other ways around the community, there are so many opportunities to make a difference.
There are, and we are so grateful for you to spotlight that. And of course, the big event happening this weekend, it's Saturday, May 14th. Come on out and volunteer. We do have a link to connect with the Texans Foundation on our website, HoustonLife.tv. Hannah Mcnair, it's always great to see you.
Well, I did see some decorations in your studio. You are missing some Texans.
Oh, you know what?
We are.
I see everyone else.
Well, and do you remember a long time ago in the mall, Hannah, when you came on the show and Toro and Courtney had a little makeout moment?
We had a moment.
A lot of bonding.
We
did. You're really bonded.
You know, when you connect with someone, you just do.
We're going to have to repost that to our Houston Life Instagram a little bit later. That was
studio
quite a
is
day.
Fabulous, by the way.
Thank you so
it's
much.
a far cry from the escalator we had right in front of us.
I don't know what you're talking about, Hannah. Yeah, the mall days were a long time ago, but I hope we'll see you, Hannah, in Studio B much more often.
Would love to be here.
Great to see you. Great to reconnect,
you.
and thanks for doing so much for our community. Yes. All right, when we come back, if you're looking for ways to save money, shopping for a new electricity plan just might do the trick. We're going to learn about the online tool that promises to help you save big.
And dinner, you know, is just a few hours away. Do you know what you're putting on the table? Well, later we have some make-ahead meals with items straight from your pantry. That and more when Houston Life returns.
These days, it's difficult to avoid high prices at the pump, the grocery store, the list goes on and on. But there is one thing you can probably save money on, and that's your monthly energy bill. If you've been with the same electricity provider for too long, you could be paying too much. Here to explain is the CEO of Energy Ogre, Jessen Bradshaw. Welcome to Houston Life. I've seen your commercials on KPRC, Jessen. Explain how this all works, because as we just mentioned in the intro there, when people stay with the same provider for many years, that's often when they're paying more and more.
Right, because if you stay with the same provider, it's usually not a competitive process. Like, you're not shopping around, you're just renewing or you're staying. You may have not even entered into a new contract with your existing provider, so you might be on a default rate or something even bad like that. So it's just very common. We see that quite frequently.
And even if it's like a penny or two increase in your per kilowatt hour price, that can add up to a much larger bill than you had previously. People sign up for these teaser rates, and then essentially a year later, their rates go up. Is that right?
That's right. And right now, we're moving into the summertime, which is the highest usage period. We're going to consume most of your annual consumption, a very large proportion of it in the summer. So having a higher rate when you're using more electricity is almost a double whammy in that regard.
Oh, goodness. Okay, so let's break it down to our viewers how this all works. I think we have some video of this tool that people can use on your website to try to calculate their potential savings. Is that right?
Right. So we have 2 tools that are available on our website, but it's simple, it's free. Try to make it as straightforward as possible. Just enter into your information and some information off of your most recent bill, like how much electricity usage was on your last bill, and we'll take a look and see what you're actually paying on an effective rate basis, and then we'll tell you here's what the marketplace really looks like. So if you've done a good job and you're way under market, it will show you right away. If you are over what you should be paying, it will give you an indication that you're paying too much.
Okay, so if you are already in a good deal, then people can find that out. What if you're currently under contract, though? Because I know this comes up with a lot of customers. Oh, I'd like to switch, but I'm still under contract. Could you still use Energy Ogre to find a better deal?
100%. So the good news, I think a lot of people are not aware that you can always exit a term contract or any kind of a contract for an exit fee. It's just an economic decision. You have to look at the math. So sometimes the savings is so great that it's a no-brainer to look to break a contract. But everyone who's in a contract, you can get out of that contract per the terms of the contract you got into.
Gotcha.
So people think that they're stuck, but they're really not stuck.
You're never stuck, right? You're never completely stuck.
Right.
Okay, so as more and more people are moving to Texas, and I know this happened to me when I moved here, suddenly I didn't have just one power company. I had a bunch to choose from. So this can be very confusing to people. What's your advice for them?
It's absolutely can be overwhelming. That's exactly why we built Energy Ogre, was to really try to simplify this process as much as we possibly could. We saw that people were not taking advantage of this great opportunity with competition for their business. And so, at the very least, what folks need to be looking at was, when was the last time you looked at your new provider? When was the last time you looked at your bill?
Interesting. Oh gosh, I don't think I've looked at my bill in a long time. But you're encouraging customers, look at your bill. That's the first step, right?
Look at your bill. Find out if you're in a contract or you're on a variable rate. You might talk to your provider. Am I on a catcher rate? Usually any decision you make to enter into some kind of a fixed price contract is going to lower your costs. You need to understand also how much you use, how you use electricity. So usually on some of these bills, you might get a sense of, hey, I'm a pretty heavy user of electricity. And so the kinds of rate plans that you might be able to find online, they're going to be really optimized around high usage, medium type usage, and low usage plans. So it's really important to have a good sense of how much you use.
And throughout this process, of course, Energy Ogre, you can help your customers throughout the whole process, setting up auto pay, switching providers, all of that. Before I let you go, let's talk about some of these special offers that we constantly see here in Texas. Oh, get a free this, get a free that, nights, weekends. I mean, there are, again, to add to the confusion, there are so many freebies out there, but at the end of the day, are they really freebies?
Well, of course not. I mean, it seems to me that you're going to pay, for whatever you're getting for free plus some. So generally speaking, the plans with the fewer amount of gimmicks in them, the ones that are fixed energy rates, those are going to be the overall, on the lower end of the cost spectrum. The ones that have all these bells and whistles and the more complicated it is, usually there's a more margin in that for the providers, and usually going to pay a little bit more than you should.
Okay, Jessen Bradshaw, we'll leave it there, CEO of Energy Ogre, and your timing is perfect because you're right, as we head into those summer months, that AC is going to be going around the clock.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Jessen. Thanks for stopping by Houston Life. And for more information, you can visit energyogre.com or give them a call at 832-975-1000. Now let's send things over to Courtney for a look at what's coming up. Hey, Courtney.
Hey, I really enjoyed that because I've seen their commercials all over Channel 2, so it was really great to kind of put it all together. Still ahead, guys, local wood turners have been hard at work making bowls for the Houston Food Bank's Empty Bowls fundraiser. Today, we're giving it a try with the Houston Life Woodworking Challenge. But first, let's check in with Lauren Kelly, who's chatting with one of the stars of a popular new show on Apple TV. Hey, Lauren.
Hey, Courtney. Actor Christopher Chung is breaking down his latest role in the new drama series Slow Horses. What it was like working with Academy Award winner Gary Oldman and Academy Award nominee Kristen Scott Thomas when Houston Life returns.
Welcome back to Houston Live. Courtney and Derek back with you here on the couch, just about 3:30.
It's very comfortable over here.
Isn't it?
What do you say we get more responses to your question of the day answers? Earlier we asked, from old concert t-shirts to busted shoes, what is something you won't stop wearing or using, even though maybe it's a bit worn down? Oh, Janet, you're Courtney's new best friend. My pillowcase.
Yeah, well, mine was the pillow that I got rid of. I just haven't been able to replace it. But Janet, I'm with you. When you find a good one, or how about Zara? I think I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Old bras. I sew together pieces of my favorite
Dying ones, like the dying bras.
Oh, like a candelabra, but for your bras. Is that right?
So a Franken bra? Wow.
Wow. Can we invite you in
Zara,
to tell us about this?
Can you send photos, please? It's like a t-shirt quilt, but it's a bra instead.
Oh, it's a t-shirt bra quilt.
No, it's not a okay.
It can be.
We're going to move on. Frank and Nikki write in, these exercise leggings, I've never exercised and only use as pajamas. Have had them 12 plus years now. They're see-through at this point. Yes,
you can see the television.
Is that Dr. Phil? Well, thank you, Frank and Nikki, for watching Dr. Phil.
That is awesome.
And stay tuned for Houston Life right after that. Yeah, you know,
bonus points for photos.
Well, those black leggings, sometimes black fabric, like you see celebrities on the red carpet, and they look fine, but then the flashbulbs go off and they're see-through.
Sometimes bad black fabric happens to good people. I don't know. What do you say?
Sometimes bad fabric happens to good people. There you go. You know what I mean.
But listen, if that is comfy enough, don't get rid of them.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
You know what? I have a hard time getting rid of coffee mugs. Not that they're busted or anything, but like,
because they bring back a memory.
Sentimental.
Yeah, we use a little like Christmas mug every day with a reindeer wearing a crown. It's adorable. I bought it.
You do not.
I bought it at the mall when we worked there.
Really? I can't imagine you even own something like that.
We do.
I need a photo. Let's check in with Keith, Christine, and Frank. They don't believe it either for the news that's coming up.
It's true. Why would I lie about a coffee mug?
The dye broad quilt. Like, Courtney, where your brain was going, I was like trying to follow. I was
too. Oh. You can tell we don't cold read these, right? So I thought, what is this? But listen, I'm with her. When you get a good bra, it's hard to replace.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a bathrobe guy. I'll wear a bathrobe till it falls off of me.
Yeah.
When
and
you get a good
bathrobes, you
bathrobe.
have to wash bathrobes a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so they tend to go. But I wear them. If you find the right one, that's just like that Sunday morning bathrobe.
Butter.
Yeah, it's like boxers. I mean, for me, the same thing.
No, those gotta go at some point.
If you find the right pair, you stick with it as long as they stick with you, you know?
Hopefully not sticking to you.
Seriously. Oh, my goodness. Listen, I don't know how we follow up with that, Frank, but we gotta talk about the sports room. It is today.
This heat's sticking with us, that's for sure. Like a bad pair of boxers. It won't go away.
You know what? Well done.
All right, these temperatures, about like they were yesterday, upper 80s, low 90s. You factor in that humidity, it feels more like 99. Yesterday, this time, though, we were seeing a lot of triple digits. So it's not quite as bad today as it was yesterday, but it's pretty blistering. There's the winds, 17, 15, 16 miles an hour. I showed you earlier. Did y'all see Breeze, our new puppy?
Yes. You gave me a sneak peek last week. He's
this is with the son. Caroline Brown gave him a whole thing of little toys, weather toys.
Sweet pea.
And I think the son's actually bigger than his whole head.
Yeah.
But he'll get there. It's going to be warm. You know, we talked about this yesterday, and it's a good reminder. Walk in the morning and the evening. That 7-second rule, I did not know. You put your back of your hand on the pavement, and if you cannot keep it there 7 seconds, it's too hot for that dog's paws. So get on the grass. Take breaks. Hydration is so important for all of us, and never leave anybody in the car. 90, 94, 94 through Friday. Those are record breakers and record setters. So steamy evenings continue, especially overnight. And the mornings are tough. They're cooler, but they're still tougher running out there, that's for sure. Summer sizzle continues. There is a weekend rain chance. We'll talk about that. I have some new model runs coming up at 4 o'clock.
Okay, we're hoping it's a good chance,
Yeah,
Frank.
congratulations on your new puppy.
Yeah, he is so handsome.
Yes.
Breeze. His name is Breeze. Now we have Ocean and Breeze.
I love it. I love
Awesome.
it.
All right, thank you, Frank. We want to give you a look now at some of the stories we're covering this afternoon. First, a story we've been following since early this morning. A man with a cane shot and killed after police say he was being harassed by a group of teenagers. What we're learning about the victim and the suspects.
Plus, a Houston Catholic church vandalized. We are getting a look at surveillance video showing the culprits. You'll see that coming up at 4 o'clock.
Plus, summer travel planning is in full swing on Ask Amy. Amy explains what you can do if you run into issues like surprise fees from those third-party booking sites. They're unpleasant surprise, as a matter of fact. I think most of us could say that.
Yeah.
More fees? I mean, isn't everything already too expensive?
Seriously.
My goodness.
Yeah.
Bummer. All right, guys, we'll see you at 4 o'clock.
Okay.
All right, if you're looking for your next show to binge, we've got it. Slow Horses on Apple TV Plus is a must.
Yeah, the series follows a team of misfit British agents who have made some serious career-ending mistakes. I know a thing or two about that. Lauren Kelly has more from one of the show's stars.
That's why they call them slow horses, Derek. It's a darkly funny 6-part drama that follows these agents who all failed their spy training missions. They're known as the Slow Horses, and Christopher Chung stars alongside Academy Award winner Gary Oldman and Academy Award nominee Kristen Scott Thomas in this new thriller. Check it out.
Roddy and I will go to Lamb's flat in case he shows.
Lamb's not at his flat.
How do you know that?
Put a tracker on his car a year ago. I put one on all of your cars. What? I did it precisely for a situation like this. Hey, Lauren, how are you?
I'm doing great. Let me confess something to you. This is one of the most addictive shows I have seen in a very long time. It gives me a lot of anxiety to watch, but in the end, I'm usually very happy with the outcome of the episode. This is going to be a show I think our viewers are going to dive into and be just as obsessed. Why don't you tell them all about Slow Horses?
So amazing. I mean, that's incredible to hear. Thank you very much. Slow Horses is set in a punishment unit of MI5, our spy service in the UK, and it is where spies that have done something to mess their career up are put out to pasture. It's kind of like a purgatory between the real MI5 and being fired and let go. Gary Oldman, who plays Jackson Lamb, is our boss, and he is tasked with making our lives a living hell until we decide to just up and leave and get out of the service altogether. Amongst that, I play a character called Roddy Ho, who is the tech geek of the show. He is abrasive, obnoxious, and overall not exactly very helpful, but he's an absolute joy to play and a lot of fun. But yeah, it's you'll start to see like all these misfits kind of come together around our central plot point to try and figure out how they can be the heroes of the day.
So you mentioned Gary Oldman, Kristen Scott Thomas. This is an all-star cast. Is this a really great opportunity for you as an actor to kind of burst onto the scene with a cast like this and be a part of this community?
It was like watching a masterclass every day, going to work, being able to see how they create their characters and make their choices and involve everyone in the process, and how it was never a set where, you know, for want of a better word, the star comes on set and you're told exactly what to do. It was a very collaborative process. It felt very involved, and I think that's the work speaks for itself, which is why, you know, you've had such an incredible response to it, and hopefully, you know, our wider audience will as well.
Well, Christopher Chung, it's been a joy talking to you. I know that our Houston Life viewers are going to love Slow Horses, now on Apple TV Plus. Thank you so much for your time, and best of luck with the rest of the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
And for more on this darkly funny espionage drama now streaming on Apple TV Plus, I've got a link up at HoustonLife.tv. Something really cool about these guys, they did train with a couple of the MI5 agents. Nothing crazy, they didn't learn any secrets except that a lot of ex-agents become actors because they're so good at keeping a straight face and not spilling any secrets.
You're kidding.
I thought that was fascinating. So I was like, oh, you have to ask Gary Oldman. Is he an ex-spy? Like,
right.
Yeah.
I need to go to that school. I can never,
Oh,
I can't do
yeah.
it.
You always know what Courtney's thinking. Hey, is it 2, 3, 5 minutes into the series that we get hooked?
Oh my, not
It's that
even.
good?
The opening credits, the music, it's amazing. It's only 6 parts. It's well worth the time. It's so so great.
Well, the books were really popular
Yes,
too. So,
yes.
okay,
Yeah,
got to
it's
check it
really
out.
good one. Yeah.
You always
Lauren.
come up with the good ones.
Thank you, Courtney.
Thanks so
Lauren.
much. All right, still to come on Houston Life. One of our favorite annual events in Houston, benefiting the Houston Food Bank. This time around, we are trying out some woodworking for a really great cause. We're doing it live on set. Courtney.
Oh, okay. I can't wait for that. And next, we've got 2 easy and delicious salads using grains from the pantry. We've got recipes your family will love, that and so much more when Houston Life returns.
Rhonda's here.
Listen, every Sunday, my husband and I look at each other. What do you want for the week? I don't know. What should we make? I don't know. I mean, we get in the same rut, and we know that y'all too do the same thing. But if you want to save some time in the kitchen during the busy weekdays, you can make ahead delicious and satisfying summer salads with grains from your pantry. Rhonda Carmen, lifestyle journalist and author of The Art of the Pantry Cooking, is here with some favorite recipes. Great to see you, Rhonda.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
This is so great. I love that you use items from the pantry. Before we get to the recipes, we want to talk a little bit about you. I mean, this was just kind of you building this cookbook and figuring out the best ways to make meals for your families.
It was during the pandemic. I had too much food, needed to do something with it. It was a creative outlet, and this was what was born from it, the art of pantry cooking, because we all have to do it.
Absolutely, and I want to say thank you because it feel like you wrote this directly
it's the age-old
for me.
question, what's for dinner, right?
What's for dinner? Okay, also there's a little Channel 2 connection here. We've got a photo here, and this is your dad in the sweater with the Elvis hair?
Dad. Yes, with the Elvis hair, and he had good Elvis hair too. Yeah, he
really
was,
good. So this is David Perkins in 1969. He was also known as Charlie Brown.
Charlie Brown, and I think that's Doug Stone.
Yeah,
yeah. He was a disc jockey in the heydays of disc jockey when he was over on Pesto and moved to the news station, which was
in the
front of
parking
here.
lot. Yeah, absolutely.
I used to come up here with him. So.
Oh my gosh! So I love the connection. I love that the KPRC2 family is just bigger and better.
That's right.
Let's jump in. Okay, we are the base of these meals that we're making today is with farro, which is a grain, right?
So farro is a grain. It's an ancient grain, although it's new to me, and it's really popular in Italian cooking.
Okay.
You can find it wherever you'd find your couscous, your quinoa. What I like to do though is I like to toast it first. So if you toast it for 10 minutes at 375, it brings out this really nutty flavor, and then I just cook it according to package directions.
Okay.
And then I divide it between the bowls, and then you can use it. You can even do it for breakfast. You could do it with a little bit of cinnamon and fruit, like you do with oats. You can use it as a side dish, or you can make these salads.
Oh my
gosh! This is what I like to do, and I just keep them in my refrigerator and do different things with them during the week.
So then this would be our Sunday dish, what we make here, that we have this all week long.
Exactly.
Okay, so once that's made, what are we starting with this first one?
So this one is a pesto artichoke heart tomato salad.
Oh, I love this.
So good, so easy. So I'll let you just kind of, if you want to, I'll tell you how I make the pesto.
Okay,
and then if you want to just dump those in and give it a mix, this is the finished product.
Okay.
So this actually truly was born out of the necessity of having to cook from the pantry. I did not have enough basil. I barely had enough pesto, and I only had sunflower seeds. I didn't even have pine nuts.
Okay.
So this is pine nuts. I'm sorry, it's sunflower seeds. It's a little bit of garlic. It's your Parmesan and pepper, and that's it. I'm going to give it just a quick blend because the magic of TV. We can already have it done, but you would just give it a quick little pulse. And then what you would do is you would just, with it running, you would just pour this in.
Yeah, you just want to drizzle in the olive oil, right?
I don't want to make too much noise.
That's okay, and this is our consistency. This is what we're going for.
And what it also does is it has some Greek yogurt in it.
Oh,
so that Greek yogurt gives it a little bit of a tang, and it makes it really easy to whip up.
Okay, then we add that here, and then magic of television, of course. I also like this too because as it's, it is so hot outside, we don't have to worry about our ovens on.
Absolutely.
And this is really good and nutritious for us too.
And the other thing too with this pesto, it is so good, and you could just use it and you could have it with your pasta or anything else during the week because it'll keep in the refrigerator for a couple of days.
Rhonda, this is delicious.
Good, I'm glad you like it.
I mean, I'm a pesto fan and I love artichokes and all of that.
And I did bring some wine, and I will tell you the reason why. When I was doing the research for the book, artichokes is one of my chapters, and artichokes can cause this natural occurring sweetness when you eat, so it makes wine and food taste really, really sweet.
Okay.
So always go with a really bone dry wine. And that's why we brought the wine.
So you're doing a Pinot Grigio and
Sauvignon Blanc.
Oh, fabulous. Yeah. Okay, I love both. All right, let's move
This
along.
one's really easy. Again, this one is just your tomatoes again, but it's with watermelon. And I know people think that sounds strange, but it's a fruit, and tomatoes are fruits, and it's a good way to get your vegetables in there. Those just go in there, and then I put some fresh herbs in there, usually a little basil and a little bit of, and aren't these cool? I don't know if you've used these before, but
I haven't, but these are like
basically, if like you were trying to julienne, I'll let you clip them. If you were julienning your herbs, which take forever to do, you just clip these and it cuts them into nice long julienne strips.
Brilliant.
You can do them with your chives.
Brilliant.
Easy. And then that just gets mixed with this vinaigrette, which is basically, it's olive oil, it's a little bit of pepper, it's vinegar, it's your shallots, and you mix that up. Gets all mixed in here, and then it gets mixed in with your feta cheese.
And this is the finished product here, and this looks lovely. And I love watermelon with anything.
Actually, watermelon's great with it, but tomatoes and peaches are good together as a salad, which sounds strange, but it's just a simple vinaigrette, super easy and really good.
It's lovely. If you wanted to do salmon or shrimp with this too, amazing. Okay, let's talk about the art of pantry cooking. It's available now?
It is. It came out a couple of weeks ago, and it is A through Z. Almonds to za'atar. You open your pantry. I've got chickpeas. What can I make? It'll be right there for you.
Rhonda, you're saving the day for our weekday meals. We do appreciate it.
You're welcome.
This is delicious as well. And by the way, this is available everywhere books are sold. To see the complete recipes that we featured here today, visit our website, HoustonLife.tv. Rhonda, thanks again.
Thanks for having
Cheers.
me. Absolutely.
Bonus points for the wine, too. We do appreciate it. All right, Derek, I'm busy eating and drinking. Back to you.
Okay, thanks, Courtney. I'm so jealous. That looks delicious. Coming up on Houston Life, local woodturners are donating handmade bowls to help the Houston Food Bank. There's one of them right there. He'll join us to show us how to make them. Are we up for this woodworking challenge? I think we are, but we'll find out when Houston Life returns right after this. After a 2-year break because of COVID, the Houston Food Bank is bringing back its Empty Bowls fundraiser.
It is one of my favorites, and local artisans make and donate bowls to be sold at the event. Don Fluker is one of those craftsmen who's joining us now. That's what you hear in our studio, along with Sean Crowell of the Houston Food Bank. Gentlemen, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
I have so many questions about what you're doing over here, and we'll get to this in just a moment. But Sean, why don't we start with you? This event, again, as we just mentioned, back after 2 years, and people can go home with something beautiful and really support the incredible work of the Houston Food Bank at the same time.
Yeah, we're super excited, like you said, to have it back after a couple of years. We have some amazing bowls. We brought some here today. We have everything from clay bowls to wood bowls to glass bowls, you name it. We have bowls donated by local Houston artists and even local students as well.
What is so great is you all have raised more than $900,000 for the Houston Food Bank through this particular events, which equates to more than 2.9 million meals. I mean, if you could just figure that out and how impactful this event is. But this is also about a visual, seeing an empty bowl and really understanding what it's like to not have a meal.
Exactly, and that's kind of where the idea came from, with all these local Houston artists donating these bowls. So most of the bowls are going for about $25. We do have some select bowls, some bigger bowls that we brought that are a little bit more, but you know, $1 equals 3 meals, and it's able to help so many people, and that's what we're here for.
It's incredible too that $1 can purchase 3 meals for the people who are hungry out there. There are the event details on your screen. It's all happening Saturday, May 14th, starting at 10 a.m. Of course, get there early for the best selection. It's happening at the Houston Center for Contemporary Craft. And in the meantime, we have Don Fluker here in studio. We were chatting during commercial break, Don, and you have been woodworking for what, 25 years? This machine is called a lathe.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so a lot of people might be surprised to know that you can achieve such precision and create a bowl out of wood.
It's easy.
If you
have the right tools.
It's easy for you to say. Do you want to show us how to make a bowl?
Sure. We start out with a piece of wood that this was a fresh piece of cut wood.
Okay.
We fix it. I've got this a little ahead because it wasn't round and everything. I did this so we could get here. We mount it on the lathe. We take a tool. And this is called an easy wood tool because most people, they don't have to have any experience to operate this tool, as opposed to
It really is incredible. I mean, and from start to finish, Don, if you had to estimate how much time it takes to create a bowl like this, what would you guess?
Probably about an hour, hour and a half maybe. But get it to a real sand it down and finished side and everything else, probably about an hour, hour and a half maybe.
It's fantastic.
Do you want to try it?
Okay, sure.
Well, go for it.
Okay, but you'll tell me what to do here, right?
Come over here on this side.
Okay. I'm not going to break a nail, am I?
No, the important thing about this is you have to put it on the tool rest right there.
Okay.
You keep it there.
Keep it steady.
Now,
I'm looking at
that
this.
level?
Yep.
That level has to be level all the time.
All right.
Now, when you do, all you have to do is push it in, move it any way you want to go with it.
Okay.
Now this is going 18 RPMs, 1800 RPMs, so it's going to be fast. Back off a little bit until I say to go.
All right.
You can do it, CZ.
Wait till it gets up there.
So
Now
slow and
push it
steady
slow.
wins the race, right? Oh.
Now stop.
You're doing it.
Okay.
You need to stop for just a minute. Let me show you how to hold it.
Okay, yeah, maybe I'm not.
You're right-handed, right?
I am.
Okay, come over here and let me, come over here.
Why don't you two keep working on this? We're going to take a quick commercial break.
Okay.
Don,
I'm resting
thank
it
you
there
so
and
much.
kind of
Sean,
moving.
thank you as well so much.
Okay. Absolutely.
And again, for more information about the Empty Bowls event happening this Saturday, you can visit the Scene on Houston Life section of our website, HoustonLife.tv. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and something tells me when we return, Courtney's going to be a woodworking pro. After the break, a look at what's coming up on tomorrow's show, including a popular singer coming back to H-Town. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Tomorrow on Houston Life and Houston icon Joanne King Herring, a candid conversation with the Houston icon, how she wants to tackle some of Houston's toughest problems.
Also, did you hear Michael Bublé is back on the road? And guess what? He's coming to Houston in just a few months. He'll chat with Houston Life about his latest tour and brand new album.
Can't wait for that.
Super cool. Well, that was fun. Good job with the woodworking.
Not bad. You did it too during the break. So
Maybe
it was
we
super
could
fun.
finish a bowl and donate it to the Empty Bowls
Wouldn't that be
program.
fun?
It'll be very, very nice. All right. Well, thanks so much for joining us today on Houston Life. What do you say we do it all again tomorrow?
Let's do it, because it's Wednesday and there's always fun to be had on a Wednesday.
right.
We're going to send it over to Keith and Christine now.
That's because there's wine on Wine Club Wednesday.
And other things.
And
Not
one
just
day
the wine.
closer to Friday. Yeah, great to see you guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
too.